adults. We're going to show you how adults get ready for Halloween, too. You're going to see that these masks are not for children. We're going to talk about the mask, and we have two experts to do that with us today. First of all, we have Mr. Phil Morris. We thank you for coming. You've been a part of WBT through the years.
Certainly. I was here on the staff for many years.
That's right. And he, of course, has Morris Costume here in Charlotte. And next to him is Jim Lawrence, and Jim collects masks. So we want to hear all about these and see some of these today. Now, Phil, first of all, I guess this is, of course, a seasonal type of thing, I certainly hope. But for people like Jim, do you have people coming in and buying things like this all year round?
Certainly. We have people who call us from literally all over the world to see if we have a certain mask that's no longer being made, or a mask that a very limited number was made, and we ship them to collectors. And Jim is really our expert on masks because he's his whole life is evolved around masks.
And why is that, Jim?
I don't know, at a very early age, my parents wouldn't allow me to have any of these kind of things. And I think
can understand.
I'm basically living out really a childhood dream, and that is to work for a company where I can make my living around masks and that kind of thing.
Well, it is very exciting. Now, how do you think masks have changed? Have they always been this gory, this ghoulish?
No. When I was a child a few years ago, masks that were available were little simple plastic masks that maybe cost a quarter or 59 cents or so. But today, because of the popularity of Halloween and the market has grown so large, the mask that we see in today's market are masks that you would normally see just in motion pictures. And people like Don Post or Rick Baker, who have sculptured these masks for the motion picture industry, and they get anywhere from $30, $40, $50, $100,000 per mask to sculpture these masks. Rick Baker, for instance, did the King Kong in the last King Kong feature, and did a lot of the masks for Star Wars. And then these masks become available at the marketplace.
Let's take a look at some of the masks that are available and that don't cost $100,000. I can't afford that for Halloween night. You have brought, there's one in particular that I wanted everybody to see that has a special story behind it. It's the biggest mask I think I've ever seen, and we're going to take a look at that one right now. And
this is the Great Goblin. Hugh Hefner wanted a mask to set up for a Halloween party at the mansion, and we flew this up to him, and they were so impressed with it and caused such a commotion at the party that they used it in the magazine for one of the La Potpourri column features.
I see. Now, what kind of person comes in and chooses a mask like some of those back there that almost make one ill to view them? Jim, do you have any like that in your collection?
I have quite a few. I have a whole bedroom at my home. My wife won't even go in there when I'm not around.
I can understand.
No, but to answer your question, it seems like with movies being what they are today, that the more ghoulish, the more horrifying you can get, the more interested people are. And it is surprising how many people will come in and ask for those. The more ghoulish, the better.
What are the price ranges for?
Price ranges range anywhere from $5 to $6 on up to what we're picturing now, $200 to $300, just depending on the limited edition and the detail involved.
Now, once you have something like this on your head, I imagine it doesn't matter what covers the rest of your body, but what does cover the rest of your body when you put that on your head? Do they buy other costumes?
They'll buy a costume to go along with it, or rent a costume to go along with it. Wearing a mask is a fun thing to do, and throughout the history of mankind, every civilization that we know of have had their masks. Whether it was the historical the cavemen in ancient Egypt, the witch doctors in Africa, or the Maya tribes in South America, they've all had their masks. A lot of them were used for religious ceremonies, but a lot of them were just for fun. And there's something uniquely different that happens to you.